3 runs already home here.
In the dirt.
But he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of wrecking.
All right.
The 2-2. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutchen. 8th home run on the season for him, and the Giants have opened up their lead now 4-0.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And it's fouled away. The average to start play at .315. 5 homers, 18 driven in. Line toward right center. Soler there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Giants lead it 4-0. Ty Blach is on the mound for the Giants in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's ERA. Any ERA under 4 is pretty good in this day and age of baseball when we have all these high-scoring, high-flying affairs. This guy knows how to pitch. He knows how to control the running game. And most importantly, he's not afraid to throw strikes. We'll see how he does in this one.
Base hit, line drive into the corner. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. And he puts it on the ground to set. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, this offense really needs Carlos Correa to step up. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run, and as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one just missed outside. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is red hot right now. You grab your gloves to run out on the field for the bottom of the first inning, and you got a 4 spot, a crooked number up on the board for your pitcher. They're feeling super confident about the way they're playing.
Right side. Panic's got it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is
get one of those runs back there.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. First offering on its way. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Correa, who's sometimes called Show-Rea, his contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Grounder down the line at third. And this will get by Longoria at third. It's a fair ball.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Here's George Springer. Fly ball out toward left center field. And Jackson will slide over to make the grab here, and that ends the inning. Astros plate 1 on a couple of hits. On to the second inning now for Minute Maid. Now at the plate, Jarrett Parker will start the inning for San Francisco with Hunter Pence to follow on deck.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike.
Change up, down low, strike, again. See if I can bust the slider inside and get him to swing. Jam him up a bit.
Misses for the second ball.
A little too far.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
He did get knocked around pretty good.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes.
Got him with that circle change.
Swing and a miss. Fastball that just misses inside.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now you can't be walking a guy in inning and think you're going to have any success.
Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Time for a look at the Stros on D. And let's take a look at Carlos Correa. I had an old friend say to me one time, this is what they look like. And this is exactly what it looks like. The ability to play gold glove defense and hit in the middle of the order. I smell a potential Hall of Fame career.
So it'll be the Giants DH, Hunter Pence. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
All right, Hunter Pence versus right-handed pitching. He's hitting it well. Slider.
First pitch on its way from Verlander. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 1 out, nobody on. Lifted in the air to center. Springer has a read on it. 2 down.
Center fielder number 16, Austin Jackson.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Austin Jackson. is ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one.
Busting him in on purpose. Work him up a little.
2 out, nobody on.
The fastball outside.
Hit down the third baseline.
Foul ball.
But a foul ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Taken, strike 2.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short outing.
Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hanger. I'm learning to keep that fastball down a little more.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
And with the changeup low.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing against Verlander that time around. But his club trails 4-1. Striding in for Houston, Evan Gattis, set to lead off the home half of the second.
It's a very disturbing.
But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch on its way. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Block. Stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Okay, here's how. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just a bit as it's taken in chest high for a tough second out.
First baseman, White.
Tyler White will bat next. He's coming off a 3-hit ball game in Sunday's series finale. First delivery to him on the way. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
A base
so
hit for
Jose
White.
Altuve will get a chance next to try to extend the inning. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First offering on its way. Line drive to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Standing in now, Pedro Diaz. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. The 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. White over at second. Altuve on at first with 2 down. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. McCutchen retreats to the track and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired.
Thought I just about tied the ball game there.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Joe Panic, who started out here for San Francisco with Buster Posey to follow on deck. Line drive to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So a good start to the inning for the Giants. Leadoff hitters aboard.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the third inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitching from the offensive side on both sides.
Now a throw over, and he'll be back in standing up. Here comes the first pitch. Runner goes for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw.
Damn.
Not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
Four to one's our score here in inning number 3. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Here's Verlander now on 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. The 2-2 very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. A runner at second, nobody out. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. No offer on that one, and Verlander's run at full now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And the runner from second is in to score, make it 5-1.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Roll. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you, you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2. The 2-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Soler is there. 1 out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Yeah, I think twice about trying to move up too.
Evan Longoria.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Evan Longoria. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Now the 1-0. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Into the Crawford boxes and gone.
Unbelievable. Longoria can't be stopped.
A 2-run home run for Evan Longoria. His second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Roll, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Into the box, Andrew McCutchen. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Still only 1 out in the inning.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Fuck, that was close.
Digging in to try it again, Brandon Crawford. First offering on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1.
I know these guys have exploded for 3 runs already this inning, but if you think this manager's not going to put his foot on the accelerator, you're kidding yourself. This catcher better be ready. That guy's looking to run at first base.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Jared Parker. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2. The 1-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Diaz moves over, and that's the 3rd out. Riding in once again, Alex Bregman. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one. Hey, there's a base hit to lead off the 3rd inning. Talk about having a lot of traffic, P-Roll. He's given up several hits already, so he's been in the stretch most of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Dan. That is the name of the game for this offense. They're trying to get this guy in the stretch. Hopefully he misses over the heart of the plate like he's been doing so far up until this point.
A swinging bunt up the 3rd baseline. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Next up for the Stros, Carlos Correa. A base hit in his first trip. Here comes the first pitch. Popped high in the air.
Oh, God damn
Belt
it.
able to pull this one in for route number 2.
Up next for the Astros, center fielder, George.
Here's George Springer, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set, and the pitch fouled away.